This is the season of anticipation in the rainforest. Bright, shining fruit grow on the trunks of trees.
Yum!
The ancient Coolamon flowers are vibrant, high in the canopy. There are baby animals all around. The first summer storms break in the dry spring in a powerful display of colour, light and energy. This time of year holds a deep wonder in the rainforest. We all wait in anticipation. The earth is dry and the fruit trees need rain. The days feel hot and the clouds hang humid and heavy. The Javoticapa trees are full of fruit, a fresh, cool reprieve from the hot, dry days. Their juicy fruit grows straight on the trunk, and all around the farm there's a hidden tree, always waiting as a fresh snack when you need it the most. In Australia, we use the European seasons, which is quite strange because the climate here is so different, especially in the subtropical rainforest. There is no true spring or autumn, or even summer or winter. We live on the lands of the Arakwal and Minjungbal People of the Bundjalung Nation. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the country we live on and recognise their continuing connection to the land and waters. We thank them for protecting this rainforest and its ecosystems since time immemorial. Local Minjungbal seasons make a lot more sense for this area. There are 6 main seasons, not 4. Now we're on the edge of Gaga Balingu, or goanna season, a hot and dry period where reptiles wake and there are snakes and goannas everywhere. Now we're moving into Mugarambu, or storm season. Koalas begin to breed and the storms roll through the valleys each night. There is so much to be learnt from Indigenous ways. In Australia, these knowledge systems are over 65,000 years old.
Yum!
I am forever a student to the land, to the seasons, to the storms, and to the knowledge of those who have cared for this land for tens of thousands of years.
And the rainbow! Did you see that?
Storms begin to break at this time of year. Humidity builds above, and one day the rain that we've all been imagining for months comes with a beautiful intensity. The smell of freshly wet earth fills the valley. Lightning dances on the skyline, and we all celebrate the reawakening of the seasons. The brightest reminder of the changing seasons is the Coolamon tree, with bright pink flowers shedding from high above. This tree is a very rare, beautiful tree that is native only to the crater of this volcano. There are only a few in the valley, and at this time of year they celebrate the heat and the storms with vibrant flowers that fill the canopy. Coolamons can reach 40 meters in height, and their flowers will eventually grow to round, flowery fruit. Once, all the creeks and river systems in these valleys would have been lined with coolamons. Their strong roots hold the soils and protect the earth from heavy rains and floods. But the camphor laurel tree was introduced, and it grew wild in these forests. The quick-growing invasive tree was so detrimental to the native forests, and soon many coolamons were replaced by these weeds. Camphor's roots are super shallow, so in rains and floods the creeks are unstable. The invasive berries in the trees are carried by birds, and new seedlings appear even in the most remote forests. They even produce chemicals that are toxic to other plants so that they can suppress the growth of native plants and outcompete them. But this coolamon remains, its roots sturdy, reaching far below, holding the creek's boulders protectively. Its branches high, swaying confidently above, and its flowers, each year, softly flowing down the gentle creek. Each year when the coolamon flowers, I make sure to come to this creek and bathe in the waters that are held by its roots. I watch the petals pass in the stream, and watch the branches sway up high above. I immerse myself into the season. It's so hot outside that I can lay here for hours in the shade with water all around me. It reminds me of how beautiful the land must have been before the invasive weeds filled the creeks, but it also reminds me of how beautiful it could be. It inspires me to work to regenerate the forest and replenish the native growth. The inspiration that comes from the Coolman flowers each year gives us the energy to care for the land. Just as the storms come at this time of year and their lightning feeds nitrogen back into the soils, we feel fed by the beauty of the season. It's like the pink petals and the green growth nourish us and remind us of the change we can make with our own hands. The dragonflies wake at this time of year and they buzz around the lily pads. Their frenzy of wings are like fairies on the water's edge, and each time I pause to watch them, I understand all of the children's stories and fairy tales. I look at their intricate wings and their busy worlds and I imagine stories of my own. Today I'm taking mulch right over to the far bank, where it really does feel like you've entered a fairy world of magical creatures and unimaginable beauty. The water's reflections move to the rhythm of the soft wind. On a hot day, this place feels like a cool escape away from the world.
This Coolman tree we planted 2 or 3 years ago, and it's grown so much in that time, and it's really exciting because soon, one day, hopefully it will tower above and it will drop its flowers every springtime, and it's just so exciting. It always reminds me that you can make change by planting a tree or just picturing a better future, and then it will grow into existence.
Planting a tree isn't as simple as just planting a tree. You have to care for it for years. A soft sapling is fragile, and as it tries to reach above and grow towards the moving clouds, it faces many hardships. Dry periods come and no rain falls for months. Storms come and heavy rains erode away at its new small roots. Grass grows fast and smothers the light and nutrients. It competes with other trees. Passing wallabies nibble on its leaves, and it's not as easy as just growing. So after we plant a tree, we make sure to return as often as we can. We cover it with guards so that no goats or sheep or wallabies or other native wildlife can chew on its leaves. We weed around it so that the grass isn't too close. We mulch it to keep the growth away and make sure that it stays moist in dry periods. And we check in on it, seeing how much it's grown since the last time we were here, and it's quite a bit this time, so we're pretty excited. This season of intensity in the rainforest is one of the most beautiful times of year, but it's also challenging. There is so much growth everywhere. It feels like we're constantly trying to keep on top of the weeds, but they grow so fast that we're not even close. Even with the 7 sheep and 7 goats helping out, the grass grows so quickly in each paddock that it quickly gets overgrown. And then there's the weeds: lantana, camphor laurels, devil figs, and so many more. It also storms almost every night, and some are so big that the lightning strikes the ridge, and there's no time between the strike and the thunder. We need to make sure that all the animals are safe in storms and that they're in a paddock with shelter. The snakes come out and hunt in the storm, so we need to make sure that the ducks and chickens are safe too. But often, in a big storm, the power can go out, so we have no electric fences working. This time of year is a lot, but the difficulty of all of the work, it seems to balance out with the beauty. With the pink sunsets each night and the beautiful display of lightning-filled skies that inch closer and closer until you're inside the storm. With rushing waterfalls and blue streams, with glowing growth and tiny mangoes developing in the trees, with happy animals with full stomachs, and mostly with these long golden afternoons by the water. This week, this tiny goat joined the farm, and already he is so charming. Slowly, he's making friends with the rest of the flock, but we spend a lot of time in the paddock making sure that he's safe and introducing him to all of the goats.
This is the newest addition to the flock, and he doesn't have a name yet, but he is so sweet. He's gonna grow up, he's a boy, and he's gonna grow up and be the man of the flock, so he needs a name that suits. He's so cute, he's got little freckles on his ear.
We've been floating the idea of calling him Silly Billy.
Silly Billy's cute.
Because he keeps slipping through any fence that we've got built. He just apparates right through them. So he kind of suits that, but then right now he's so sleepy. I think he's sleepy.
Sleepy could be cute.
Look at him.
Oh. He is 12 weeks old, but he doesn't look it. He's so tiny and he just doesn't believe in the concept of fences. So he just sneaks through any fence he can find because he's so small and he just fits between the wire. And if he gets lost, which is very often, or if he gets confused, which is also very often, or if he gets a bit sad, or if he's excited, or any mood at all, he decides, I'm going to escape this fence and I'm going to go for a little adventure. So for the past few days, we've just been babysitting him constantly and making sure that he's not escaping. This is our job now.
And he gets so sad if we're not cuddling him. He gets really lonely.
His best escape mission was when he somehow ended up 4 paddocks away. And we don't know how he did it. He must have gone through so many fences and we don't know why he did it. And it was very stressful. We were looking for him for like an hour and we were really worried, and then we found him 4 paddocks away. So
you must have slipped through so many fences.
I can't imagine the route
Yeah.
you took. How did you do it?
And then the other day when he slipped through like, what, 4 fences just to get home and curl up in bed?
Yeah, because he was sleepy.
Yeah.
Maybe your name is Sleepy.
Yeah, maybe.
Sleepy or Silly? Should we name him Sleepy or Silly or Silly Billy?
You just want to tuck them in.
Tuck them. You still think you're the baby?
I think that's what's happening. Nim has finally gone now. I think she must be a little jealous of him because she's the baby of the flock. And this little boy's come along and he is so cute and so little and getting all the attention, and so I think that's why she kept headbutting me.
The little chickens have so much character already. We've named them Marigold, Jupiter, Marmalade, Sunny, and Button. They love scratching in the garden and finding worms, which isn't the best habit because we don't want them to scratch up the garden when they're older, but we do want them to help in the regenerative systems on the farm, preparing soils by tilling them naturally and fertilizing as they go.
I've been planting so many things for the summer and I'm so excited for this garden to thrive this year. But today I think I'm going to plant some loofahs, which are really cool because they can turn into a sponge. And I think that's going to be really handy because I hate using different sponges that are manufactured, whereas this is completely natural. So I made this arbor years ago and it was before I knew anything about bamboo, and let's just say it's a bit of a failure. It's fallen down quite a lot and I didn't treat the bamboo, and it was dry bamboo so I couldn't bend it. I made so many mistakes on this. So I want to remake it this year and I want to do it curved, I think. And I've got a bamboo splitter now, so I think it'll be easy and I think it'll be beautiful. So the plan is for the passion fruit to go up, and then also on this side for loofah vines to go over and maybe some gourd vines. I've got so many ideas, so many things I want to grow. I think it's been about 2 months since we've had proper rain. It's been that dry, so we've had a few storms pass through, but apart from that, no rain at all in the past few months, so the soil is really dry right now. So I'm hoping for a storm, and apparently this week there's supposed to be a few storms, so I'm really excited. But it's funny, it's actually, the climate is like it used to be, so it's supposed to be dry at this time of year, and in my childhood it was always, this was our really dry season, and then all of a sudden the storms come in November and it becomes the wet season and we have a really wet summer. But for the past 5 years it's just been in this constant cycle of wet seasons where the wet continues through the dry season and we just have rain all the time.
The next day, the rain actually finally came, marking the beginning of storm season. Most days are humid and hot, and then almost every afternoon a storm builds. Sometimes it misses us and we see grey clouds far in the distance, but sometimes it hits and the rain fills the valley, feeding the fruit trees and allowing everything to grow so abundantly. Sometimes the lightning strikes so close that the whole house shakes for a minute, the glass rumbling in each window. The storms actually feed nitrogen into the soils, and you can see the difference. The next day, the grasses are so much greener, the fruit trees look so happy and abundant. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our patrons for supporting us on this journey of caring for the land and planting trees.